Alright, so I just wanted to show everyone how easy it is to do your own hobby CNC machine. Um, this right here I built, if any of you guys have been following Facebook, this is something that I've been working on for a while. Excuse the mess in the garage. Some of you guys know I had a house fire in December, so I'm kind of shoehorned into this place temporarily, but you know, hey, it's the way it goes. What I'm going to wind up cutting here right now, I'm going to end up cutting out a clamp here that I'm going to use that's going to hold down parts here on the table, on the work surface, as we wind up, doing things, copter frames and whatever else. We're going to wind up doing all that stuff. So, that's nothing more than just a store-bought Bosch router. As you can see, it's literally held on with hose clamps. It's a very, very simple, easy machine. It's very, very effective. It's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed putting this thing together and making this thing work. Given my background, as a lot of you know, I like to work on machines and stuff like that. So. Let's see here. You can see that I'm kind of off the surface here a little bit. This is just ½ inch, so I'm off the surface a little bit. I already have the offset on the laptop. Let's come on over here to the laptop and I'll show you some of the software that I'm using. All this stuff right here is free to download. It's all open source. Very, very easy to use. I've generated my own file with Google Sketchup. As you can see, that's the part right there that we're going to wind up cutting out. The green spots are all tabs. They're going to be holding the part into place on the wood. And of course I have a hole here for a height adjustment for the back to help pivot it down. And the slot that cuts out here, that's for there's going to be a hand knob that's going to wind up holding the part into place. I've taken it from here, which is Google SketchUp. It's a free software. Google Make. It's really, really easy to use. I'm using it with the Flat Boys. What do they call it? Flat CNC. It outputs a G code that you actually can go ahead and read and see. Let's see if I can go ahead and pull this out real quick. So you can see that's the part right there. You can see in 3D how the cut path is actually going to be. You can see the little tabs right here that are all held into place. It'll hold the part. And of course we have all the G-code that's produced here, which the Arduino controller right there that's flickering away. That's my controller. It's the brains of the operation. Outputs to all my motors and everything. It outputs the correct information to go ahead and actually come up with my wonderful little shape here. So let's go ahead and close this down. I already have G-code that's out. Let's go ahead and go back to our controller. This is the Gerbil panel, it's called. There's a couple different softwares you can actually use for jogging and moving around the machine. I've chosen this one. I kind of like it. So let's go ahead really quick and let's start zeroing some stuff out. My x-axis that runs a long ways, runs across ways here. That's my x. Lengthwise along here is the y, and of course we got the z for the up and down. That right there is about my contact for the wood. And of course I just offset it here from cutting the other part that's there. I just offset it up here so we can actually go ahead and run a second part. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure that everything is right where it needs to be. Let me go ahead and just zero things out so you can see how things are. Bring my feed rate down a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and set the Z down just a little bit, just to see how things are. Let me slow this down a little bit. Turn this into metric so It goes along a little bit easier. And let me take the X over just a little bit and a little bit more. Let's bring it back a little bit. So we're right on the edge. Obviously, I'm overstepping a little bit, and that's fine. It makes it a little bit nicer. So we're gonna take the. I'm gonna come in with my big fat hand here, just to make sure I'm contacting the surface of the wood, and I am. So we can see right where everything is. I'm gonna go ahead and zero this out. These little leftover digits, to tell you the truth, I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what that all means. It means something, and I don't know if it's just the way the software is set up. I don't know. I'm still working on that particular end of it. But we're going to go ahead and turn it on. We're going to make some noise and fling some chips. So let's go ahead and go with this. And there we have it. Right back to where we were. Go ahead and stop it. Just go ahead and do a reset. And let's go ahead and jog the gantry out of the way here. Maybe. Okay. Why are you being stupid? Did we have a momentary lapse of stupidity? I'm thinking we did. I suppose you can say this is one of the downfalls of the free software. Winds up having issues with being dumb every now and then. But I should give these guys some fair due. They do it on their own time, and it's a lot of fun. So we're gonna go ahead and jog out of the way here. So with that, let's have a look-see and see our wonderful little parts, how they actually turned out. As I go ahead and get my fat hand around here and try to get this thing out. Excuse me if it seems like I'm dodging stuff, because I am. Now, I made clamps because I'm double-sided sticky taping things down. And that's why that's like that. And that's why I'm making clamps. So, let's see here. Let's see what we got. You can see that, well, this part actually cut all the way through. I can probably adjust it down a little bit more, but the part is actually able to be separated. So, let's see here. Sorry. So here we are. We got the clamp. This clamp's removed. I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup because I probably should set my overstep a little bit more. As you can see, the first one I cut, it actually cut into the table. I could set my overstep up a little bit more so it just grazes the table like this. That's because the wood's not exactly exact. This is some scrap and stuff that I had at work. So, you know, I'm not too overly critical about what's what and who's who when it comes to this. You can see this one didn't even cut through. So a little bit more of an overcut to it. It's a little bit thicker than a 1/2 inch, obviously. So we're just going to go ahead and knock that out and see what we get. Anyway, that's the machine. Some settings, some things I got to mess around with, but there it is. Super easy, awesome, fun winter project. If you guys need something made or anything like that here at the club, get a hold of me, get a hold of the club president. She knows how to get a hold of me. And, you know, hey, I can make stuff, lots of stuff. So, talk to you guys later, fly safe, and have fun.